evening and welcome to our Newcastle Fibre Information Evening. I'm joined this evening by my colleague Bradley, who will be giving us the ins and outs and lowdown regarding the coming fibre rollout in the Newcastle area. Later on this evening, we'll be opening the chat to you guys, so please leave your comments down below so that we can answer any questions you may have regarding the coming rollouts. Over to you, Brad.
Thanks, Nats. Again, we're super excited to host our second virtual tunnel meeting with everyone, but we're also excited to bring Newcastle with high-speed fibre internet, and we look forward to engaging with you, as Nat said at the end of the presentation, and we're excited to show you a little bit more about who eVotel is, what the rollout means for Newcastle, and then just the overall benefits of fibre and what it means for the community of Newcastle. So let's jump right into it and show you a little bit more about us as a business. eVotel started in 2015. We've been a fibre to the home network provider since then, connecting over 17,000 homes over that period of time. We're an open access fibre network, providing a stable yet uncompromised high-speed fibre network to you in your suburb, and we make sure that we connect every single home that we possibly can. What does open access mean? It just allows a customer the freedom of choice when it comes to choosing an internet service provider. We've grown over the last 5 years to only having a few ISPs on our network to now comfortably having 17, with that list growing in the next few months. This allows, as mentioned, customers to choose from a variety of ISPs or internet service providers, making sure that you can choose the right package that suits your needs, your price, as well as your customer service needs that you need as well. Our line speeds range from anything from a 5 megabits per second line up until a 1 gigabits per second line, allowing you again to choose the package that best suits you. The next slide is what we believe is the benefits of an eVotel fibre build. One of the main things that we pride ourselves on over the last 5 years, we've been able to roll out our fibre infrastructure extremely quick. This also gives the community a little bit peace of mind when it comes to security related issues, because we're able to roll out so quickly. We are in and out of your suburb with little to no time, so that we ensure that we keep your community as safe as possible during the rollout of the infrastructure. The next benefit is obviously maintenance and repairs, which is extremely important. It's something that we hold very close to us and ensure that we deliver on the SLA that we've set out for ourselves, to ensure that minimal disruption is caused to residents or community members when using the service, to ensure that it's up and running at all times. And we've had an average of 99.96% uptime over the last 5 years throughout our rollouts. The next major benefit of fibre is it's the fastest form of internet in the world at the moment, and we're excited to finally bring this lightning fast stable internet to the community of Newcastle. With open access, it allows freedom of choice when it comes to choosing your ISP, so it's also another benefit of the eVotel fibre infrastructure is we will never shy away from onboarding an ISP or an internet service provider onto our network. We've actually engaged with 1 or 2 companies within Newcastle that have reached out to us to want to join as an ISP, and we look forward to having various ISPs join our network in the coming months and years going forward. Naturally, open access creates a very competitive environment, meaning that we are able to provide, or the ISPs are able to provide a service to the end user and reduce your monthly expenses. Every ISP on our network is competing against one another to provide a service to you as an end user with the best possible pricing point, customer service. So yeah, the cheaper monthly expenses is one of the biggest benefits. You're able to pick up a fibre package that's cheaper than your ADSL packages, some of your LTE packages, 5G packages, etc. And then something that we are extremely proud of at eVotel is we provide a free fibre connection to every single school that we pass. It's something that we take very serious, and we ensure that we contact and connect every single school that falls within that rollout. We will provide every single school with a free fibre connection, and we have some cool ISPs on our network that will then provide the data services on top of that free of charge to the school. This is an indefinite service that we provide to the school, so as long as the school is up and running and the network is up and running, we will make sure that they're connected to high-speed fibre internet. The next slide is just to give you an indication of what a network rollout build timeline looks like, and kind of just show you the process that we follow before construction starts. Usually before we start construction, we will conduct a expression of interest survey, where we'll try and engage with as many residents within the community to find out whether you'd be interested in fibre being brought to your suburb, what are your overall concerns, do you have any questions that we can assist you with, etc. Once we've conducted that survey, we host an evening like tonight where we invite all community members, municipal members, as well as ward councillors to engage with us on a platform where you're able to find out a little bit more about the rollout, who we are as a company, ask any questions or raise any concerns, and we can interact with you and assist you where needed. Then, once we've completed the public information evening like tonight, we'll start prepping Newcastle from a site point of view to ensure that it's safe. So we'll start putting up barricading, but we'll also start opening what we call pilot holes. These pilot holes are predominantly used to identify where existing services run. Although we obtain the relevant way leave documentation from the local municipality, identifying where these way leaves run, we also take extra precautions to ensure that we know firsthand where those utilities are, so that during the build, there's less disruption caused to the community and utilities aren't damaged during the process. Once all of these pilot holes and barricading have been put up, we then start with the build, the exciting part, and we start opening up trenches along sidewalks. There are various methods that we use when crossing roads. We would either drill underneath the road, or we would do a small road cut where we then lay the ducts to get across the road. When it comes to your driveway, there's also various methods that we use to trench past your driveway. We either mole underneath the driveway, or we would open a trench across your driveway, backfill it, compact it, and then obviously once everything is complete, we go into the reinstatement phase of the build, where we reinstate the community back to its original, if not better, condition. The next step in the fibre journey is we engage with the community again on a platform similar to this, where we then invite everyone to come and interact with us again. Let us know how you feel, how was the rollout for you, are there any queries or concerns that we can address before we sign off the project. And once everyone is happy, we then sign off and we make the suburb live, and we start the installation process, and we get as many residents within Newcastle connected. Then just to briefly show you, we've identified the below areas on the slide of where we're going to start in Newcastle. However, this isn't where we end. We will also extend the build to future areas within Newcastle based on whether the interest is there. But the planned areas to start with are Mail Park, Gandhi Park, Paradise, Arbor Park, Hudson Heights, Pioneer Park, Signal Hill, Avery Hill, Lennoxton, Richview, Sunny Ridge, Barry Herzog Park, Newcastle Central, and Skeinshoogte. All of these areas will be tackled from a phased approach, meaning we won't start all these areas at once. We'll start them in phased sequences to ensure that we cause as little disruption in the community when doing this project. And as mentioned, if there are areas that fall within Newcastle that we haven't mentioned tonight, please send us an email. We'll be happy to look into how we can get you connected as well.
Brad, I feel like this is a good time to just remind everybody to please, if you do have any questions regarding the fibre rollout, just leave them in the comment section down below. We will get to them towards the end of our presentation and answer everything you've asked.
Perfect. Thanks, Nat.
Shall we carry on?
Definitely. The next slide is just to also give you a bit of an indication of the exciting ISPs we have in our network. Over time, this base will grow. As we onboard new ISPs. Again, we open the floor to any ISP joining our network and providing the community of Newcastle and all our other areas with their data services. But as you can see, we've got quite a wide variety of different ISPs to choose from, And the beauty of an open access network, as I mentioned previously, is it's a very competitive environment, meaning the end user benefits the most out of it. ISPs know that they're competing against 16 other businesses for your services, so the customer service point of things has to be delivered exceptionally, or else they risk the chance of losing you as a client and you moving to an ISP that will gladly look after you. So as an end user, it's one of the main benefits of an open access eVTOL fiber network. The next few slides is just to show you what we intend on giving back to the community. It's something that we really focus on when rolling out a fiber network to any suburb, is we want to provide the community with the necessary tools to build a smart city. One of those tools is we, alongside one of our trusted camera partners, is we supply camera nodes to the relevant municipality members or policing forums or SAPS or CPF members, obviously in conjunction with the municipality. They'll mark where these hotspots are within Newcastle, and we will ensure that we provision fiber to those areas so that when we put the camera nodes up, the live feed is then provided to the municipality so that we can proactively keep the community safe. These camera nodes are usually put up at substations, schools, municipal offices, but anywhere that the community, the ward councillors, as well as the municipality deem fit. So it's something that we're super excited about to be able to provide to the community of Newcastle. As mentioned, these feeds are provided free of charge to the municipality, but at a later stage we then engage with the relevant security companies within Newcastle to allow them also the chance to use those feeds to also provide an extra layer of security within the community of Newcastle. These camera nodes are equipped with the latest technology when it comes to facial recognition, license plate recognition. They're able to actually pick up movements within a suburb that are irregular, and it will flag that car or that person up front, meaning we can be quite proactive in keeping Newcastle safe. So super excited to be able to provide the community of Newcastle with this tool. Then, as previously mentioned, one of the key initiatives that we really focus on at eVTOL is our schools initiative. Our school initiative or program has been designed to support the educational needs of schools and students during this tough time that the country is going through. Providing schools with high-speed fiber connectivity is crucial to ensure that they can still continue with their day-to-day living like normal, and making sure that they give every student the opportunity to succeed. We obviously take this very serious because we believe today's scholars are tomorrow's leaders, and therefore we have to provide them with the right tools in order for them to succeed. And this is just one of the many things that we do to ensure that we play our part in the rollout of fiber to the Newcastle community. Then again, I think that's the end from our side, Nats. Before we end, we'd just like to show you what the Newcastle rollout looks like so far, in terms of some photos of what have been taken in Newcastle and what the barricading and pilot holes would look like. So we ensure that we keep everyone in Newcastle safe, and we put all the necessary precautions in place to ensure that everyone is not disrupted by this rollout. And then I think the most important thing to kind of end off on is just to tell you what our goal is as a business and who we are. But over the last 2 years, we've had the pleasure of connecting over 2,000 homes per month, resulting in 17,000 homes live over the last 2 years. And we're expecting to build past another 80,000 homes in the next year, starting with Newcastle. Our school initiative has had the pleasure of connecting many schools. We look forward to connecting every school within our rollout. It's a process that's ongoing. So if there is any school that we ever do miss within our rollout, please reach out to us so that we can ensure that we get you connected as well. As mentioned previously, we've had an uptime of 99.96% on our network, and we've connected close to 6,000 customers over the last 5 years, and that grows month on month. So we're excited to continue connecting South Africa to high-speed fiber internet. And then I think the most important, or one of the most important aspects, is we also give back to the community from a local labour point of view. We ensure that work is allocated to local contractors. During the Newcastle rollout, we support local Newcastle businesses such as advertising agencies, newspapers, etc. And something that we're excited to bring to Newcastle in the near future is what we call Business in a Box. And this will enable community members to also become a eVotel champion and assist people in signing up, and obviously get rewarded for assisting in signing up customers in the Newcastle build. That's it from our side. We're excited to roll out to Newcastle. We look forward to connecting everyone to high-speed internet, and we look forward to answering any questions that you may have already left in the comment section below. Over to you, Nat.
Luckily, I am tapped right into our comment section here. The first question, which I think is on a lot of people's minds right now, is when will the fibre go live?
A time frame is extremely difficult to give. However, we've seen over the last few months that we can get an area live within 2 months. This is obviously all dependent on the rollout and how smoothly the build goes. But our aim is to get people connected as quickly as possible from the beginning of the build. But usually we can look at a time frame of anything from 2 to 4 months to getting them up and running.
Good to know. So getting just right in time there. We have another question here asking, seems as our offices are currently based in Joburg, are we looking at expanding further into the KZN area, maybe opening admin offices there to assist with breaks, or is the team here going to be able to handle everything?
So we do ensure that the contractor that's responsible for rolling out in Newcastle is responsible for the maintenance and repairs within Newcastle as well. So at the moment there's no need to have an office in Newcastle. The contractor is based there, but who knows what the future holds. There might be an opportunity for us to open an office in Newcastle, and when that does happen, we'll definitely communicate that to the community so that we can ensure that we provide an opportunity to the community of Newcastle as well. But at the moment there's no plans as yet.
Another question that we've received is, do we know which suburbs we're going to be placing in our first phase of rollout?
At the moment, we haven't identified the first phase. However, in the next few days, we will communicate that to the community using email campaigns, social media, on the relevant WhatsApp groups of what first areas will start. Unfortunately, we don't have that exact area. We've just been putting up barricading currently in the area to make sites safe. But at the moment, we don't have the exact timeline or the time frame or the phase of this build, but it will be communicated to the community in due course.
So make sure that you've liked our pages and you're following us on all of our social media platforms so that you can be kept up to date with what's happening when. Brad, another question that I seem to get asked quite on the reg is, what is fibre and why is everybody raving about it?
Fibre optics has been around for many years. Over the last 10 plus years, it started being used for internet purposes. It's essentially transmits data at the speed of light from one point to another using optics, which is glass. Obviously, it's a lot reliable. It's more reliable compared to your copper network, and nothing moves faster than the speed of light. So it's optic glass technology that just transmits data from one point to another.
We have a question here. It says on our website, you choose an ISP for your connection. Will the same rules apply to Newcastle? Do they have the same choice?
That is correct. So the 17 ISPs that we have on our network, those are the 17 ISPs that you'll be able to choose from with all the relevant packages, etc. that they offer. So it's the same packages, same price points, etc. across the board.
Perfect. Brad, can you connect your phone to fibre, like a landline phone?
So a lot of the ISPs do offer both data services, security services, and what we call VoIP services, which is voice over internet protocol. You can choose to take that option with the ISP, where they then provide you with a landline type of phone connected to your fibre router, and you actually then make calls using data and not airtime or minutes. It is a lot cheaper, it's a lot clearer, and it's more stable. It's not like your conventional telecom.
So you're able to work it into your monthly budget.
You
You'd
are
know,
definitely.
like, 100%. This is what I'm paying monthly for what I'm asking for, basically.
That is correct. So that, again, is something that you take up with the relevant ISP. You provide them with what you're looking for from an overall internet package, and they will then tailor it to best suit your needs.
Can I ask, Brad, what is the connection between a fiber network operator and the ISP? How's the best way to explain our relationship?
So the best way, in my eyes, to explain it is Evotel provides the highway, so lays the infrastructure which we deem the highway, and the ISP would provide you with the vehicle that you could drive on that highway and determine how fast you can drive on that highway. So they provide all the data services, and we just make sure that the highway is there and maintained so that they can provide you with that service.
It's great to know. Brad, I wanted to find out something that we're both very passionate about is our school project. If there are any schools in the Newcastle area that is wanting to get in contact with us, how can they do so and get the ball rolling with regards to getting their school connected?
The best way to get in contact with us is either send us a private message on Facebook, and we'll definitely give you a call back to send all the necessary documents to you and come and meet with you so that we can make sure that we get the school connected. You can also send us an email to info@evotel.co.za, and again, we'll also make contact with all relevant parties to ensure that we get you connected.
We have an ISP related question here. Will we be adding Telkom to our network anytime soon?
As mentioned previously, we never ever turn away an ISP. We have been in discussions with Telkom. We are continuing to have discussions with Telkom. There are a few other ISPs that we are in discussions with, like the likes of Vodacom, RSA Web, Cell C. So definitely, Telkom will be one of the exciting ISPs that we onboard in the coming months.
Perfect. I think let's just sit a little and see if any more questions come through. We've basically covered everything that's come through on our chats.
Perfect.
Please, if you guys do have any questions, pop them in the comment section down below. As you can see, I'm directly connected to everything you're asking. So we're more than happy to chat further, answer anything that may be of concern to you. Brad, a question's just come through. Will the CBD be covered?
Again, the areas that we identified in the presentation today is just the areas that we're starting in, but we're open, like I mentioned before, to build throughout the whole of Newcastle based on if there is a requirement or need from the community to build there. So if there is an area that we have missed, we're happy to engage with the community to identify the areas that we have missed and look into how we can get those areas connected. So if Newcastle CBD is one of the areas that we have missed, we're open to having that discussion to ensure that we connect to everyone.
How do residents show their interest for an extended build? How would they go about doing that?
So on our website, we have what we call a coverage map. All the areas that we're starting in would be a specific color that's linked to what we call pre-orders, where you can actually pre-order your installation. If your area is not highlighted as a pre-order or order area, you're able to actually show your interest by filling in your details, and we'll get a note. We can then reach out to community members that have shown interest and see how we can get those areas connected. So you can go onto our website, onto our coverage map, type in your address and see whether there is going to be coverage, and if there isn't, please leave your details so that we can make contact with you and discuss it further.
A question that I seem to see quite often lately is, what is the monthly cost on average for a fibre package?
Our packages range from anything from 550 Rand upwards, but you could get an entry-level package for around 500 Rand odd mark. So extremely cheap. That's for an uncapped, unshaped service, meaning you would never spend anything more than that on data, etc. So you're looking at around anything between 500 upwards.
And that's obviously dependent on the ISP that the user chooses.
That is correct. So Evotel does not dictate or control what the ISPs offer from a price point of view. They are the companies that would bill the users, and they dictate they determine the price point for the end user. So we don't have a say in that at all.
Perfect. They would like to find out, how does the installation process from the outside to the inside work? If you can give just a brief overview.
So obviously we would lay the infrastructure outside of your property on the sidewalk. There will be a distribution point to your boundary wall. Once you pre-order your installation, once your area goes live, our scheduling team will phone you to schedule a date and time that's best suited to you, and our installation team will come out. There's various methods of doing the installation in home, but what will usually happen is the installation team will identify possible routes into your home and what is needed to do the installation, and allow you as a customer to choose what would best suit you, and then the installation takes place to ensure that it's done neatly and to your specifications. So there's various ways that the installation can be done, but it's a very interactive engagement that the installation team has with the consumer to determine the best route.
Perfect. George would like to know, if he purchased a 20 megabit line, are we able to split that up for his family, or would we need the ISPs to assist? How would we be able to do something like that?
I don't think you can split the line up as such, but there are various products that the relevant ISPs offer where you can actually build a network within your home. There's various extenders or plumes, etc., that you can use within your household to determine what device gets what bandwidth. Again, that's just a discussion that you would have directly with your ISP, where they would actually communicate with you directly and make sure that they give you the best solution to ensure your family and yourself enjoy the benefits of fiber. But to actually split the actual line speed is not possible, but you can do it in a way where you can allocate certain bandwidth to certain devices within your home.
Perfect. I think we've covered the majority of our questions here, Brad. Do we want to sit for a little bit longer to see if anything else comes through?
I think the best thing is this video will be on our page for forever. If there is anything that we have missed that you still need answering on, you again more than welcome to send us a private message or comment on this post again, and we'll make sure that we answer it. So if we've answered all the questions, I think we can end on there, and we'll continue answering any questions that come over the next few days or months.
So feel free to drop your comments, your questions in the comment section down below. Alternatively, you can pop us an email at info@evotel.co.za, or alternatively, you can give our offices a call at 0860 386 835. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We look forward to bringing fiber to your area.
Thank you.